10 tips for using dead time intelligently. It should come as no surprise, therefore, that dead time happens in all sectors and affects workers at all levels. According to studies, the cost of salaries spent on idle time damages the US economy by about $100 billion each year. The 2 hours and 45 minutes of dead time that Americans encounter on average each week may induce boredom or anxiety that they aren't accomplishing enough, or doing it right. This may have a negative impact on work satisfaction and motivation, and may even lead to significant employee turnover. To be really straightforward and honest, the definition of dead time differs from person to person. For example, an early bird's definition of dead time will differ from that of a night owl. So, if we look at it through the same lens, dead time is a fraction of a minute in our 24-hour daily span when our brain loses attention or interest. It is the moment when we are unable to concentrate on our job. Nevertheless, it should be emphasized that this dead time does not occur in a single flow and we stop concentrating, although this may occur for a short period of time. Someone, but in most cases, as a person, it happens frequently and on a regular basis. When we finish or are unable to finish any job before the deadline, or while performing the work, we experience bodily or mental tension, worrying recollections of the portion or dwelling in the future, and this causes attention gaps. For example, a night owl is typically active at night and works throughout the night, while an early bird focuses his energy on the early hours of dawn and attempts to maintain a working level throughout the day, which ultimately comes to a stop at sunset or until dinner time. Many dead moments occur between his or her working and leisure hours, and in the end, or wastes on social media scanning over and again. Dead time varieties. This kind of dead time, which we unintentionally generate, is a bad one. Despite the fact that this presents difficulties that may be overcome with the assistance of a few methods. For example, the other one appears after the completion of a task. These are good ones that can be transformed into chances to improve our work ethic and leisure pleasures. A. Dead time that is positive. It is also known as additional time remaining, saving time, or valuable time gained after job completion. Why shouldn't one utilize this valuable time to reward themselves? After all, it's hard-earned. However, one must exercise caution while using this time. It should not be overused. Furthermore, taking use of this free dead time offers a source of refreshment and energy for the following job. B. Decreased dead time. Essentially, we have no job and plenty of time on our hands, but instead of doing so, we transform your additional free time into waste by browsing or reading through every social networking site on the internet, or gossiping, chit-chatting, and so on. 9 clever ways to make the most of your downtime. You can't constantly avoid dead time since its causes are frequently beyond your control. However, you have the option of deciding what to do with it. Seeking unfair advantages, taking lengthy vacations or slacking may seem appealing, or job in the long run. Instead, use your free time wisely by following these 9 suggestions. Participate in new projects. Examine your team's work calendar to determine whether you can begin any future tasks. You may not have time to finish a project, but there will most certainly be areas where you can assist, such as basic research, project planning, or beginning brainstorming. Take a quick decision. If you have free time, don't squander it by pondering how to fill it. Make a fast decision on what you're going to do. This will help you maintain your focus and prevent procrastination. When determining what to do, you may need to defer to your boss. They will most likely have a better understanding of current team and organizational demands and will know where to focus their efforts. However, if you have greater control over your job, try not to depend on your boss for ideas all of the time. It is more professional to take the initiative. You might, for example, volunteer to take duties off someone else's plate or utilize your talents in other team initiatives. Taking on extra duties can assist in occupying your free time, but it may not be the greatest choice if you will only be available for a limited period of time. If you are given more assignments, estimate how much time each one will take. Be careful not to take on more than you can properly handle. Double-check your work. Return to your job and double-check that you've covered everything, especially if you're concerned that you hurried any of it. Take the time to proofread and sense-check your work before submitting it. You may even see if there are any ways to enhance it. Could you provide graphs or pictures, or do more research, to help emphasize the important points? Be a mentor to a workmate. You probably have skills and information that others in other departments or your own team might use. Perhaps you've been asked to mentor or coach a colleague in the past, but you've always been too preoccupied. But, before you provide your skills, be sure some other individual is available. They may not be able to do so right now. If they are not accessible, you may still make good use of your downtime. Maybe you might plan future knowledge sharing events, update a process document, or organize a lunch and learn workshop. Assist your colleagues. Check around to see if there is anything you can do to assist your co-workers. After all, just because you are experiencing a sluggish time does not imply that they are as well. Supporting colleagues with research projects, technical assistance, or basic admin can help the whole staff and will make you feel like you're making good use of your downtime. Simple actions like these may also help you establish good connections with others and bank them for some favors in the future. Improve yourself. Free time is a great time to focus on personal and professional growth. For example, you might learn a new skill. Perhaps you've always wanted to learn more about how your team uses data and would like to use this time to research Google Analytics TM or another data product. Or, if you have a presentation coming up in the next few weeks, why not practice your public speaking skills? Examine your professional objectives. Use this opportunity to think about your professional objectives. This may be a very illuminating experience. If you often have free time on your hands, for example, your job may not be demanding enough. Perhaps if this isn't the case, you may still take the time to consider what you like doing, what you dislike doing, and what you'd want to do more of in the future. Help bolster your career by doing a personal SWOT analysis or identifying new possibilities using a tool like Shine's Career Anchors. This is particularly important if you've taken on extra duties during downtime that you truly like. Maybe you've discovered a new interest or a natural skill. If that's the case, now is the time to consider how you can proceed. Examine your to-do list. Take this time to go through your to-do lists, both past and current, to see what you've missed or bumped down the list. There may be chores that you have deliberately avoided, forgotten about, or are unable to do at the time. Please do not forget to include new tasks as well. Perhaps an extra assignment you took on previously has resulted in more responsibilities, or your growth mindset has revealed a new area in which you wish to concentrate. Perform some administrative tasks. Even though it seems that everything has been completed, there is always admin to do. Therefore, spend effort arranging yourself. Reorganize your emails, clean up your file drives, refresh your calendar, plan your next round of meetings, pay your bills, or take a vacation. Keeping up with the small things will free up your time when the next major job lands on your desk, and you won't have any nagging to-dos floating about. Meditate. Shut your eyes in any position and focus on your body sensations without responding. Simply feel them. If you get an itching sensation in your neck, don't be tempted to scratch it or feel resentment toward it. Simply experience it and it will go away on its own. Because everything in the cosmos is subject to the law of impermanence. The second method is to concentrate on your nostrils and feel the air that you are breathing and expelling. While inhaling, you will feel chilly and warm in your nostrils, and you should continue to experience this wonderful sensation in your nose. After 20 minutes, you will be fully charged. And if you want to learn about time management and even become a time management instructor, check out the Time Management A to Z Trademark, Ultimate Productivity Skills course, which has a link in the comments area.